I went from being in chronic pain and having all these medications to being completely pain-free. This is how I did it. I have been in pain since I was 17 years old, and I used to have about 3 to 4 shooting pains in my back every single day. That would just absolutely destroy me. And if you've ever had a shooting pain, then you know what I'm talking about. It feels like somebody just took a red-hot poker and just jammed it into your spine. I had those all the time. I also had nerve pain down my leg, so I had nerve pain shooting down my leg. I had this constant deep aching pain in my lower back, and I had a really difficult time walking, because it felt like there was a ball bearing in my spine that was just grinding with every step that I took. I ended up seeing a doctor and he diagnosed me with something called spondylolisthesis, and basically what happens is the spine slips forward. I have a whole bunch of videos on spondylolisthesis, and what it is, and what happens. But basically there's a slippage in my spine, and the only real solution is fusion surgery. When I was diagnosed, I was 24 years old. I was in terrible shape, out of shape, not exercising at all. I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting in a cubicle all day, at a job that I hated. I was eating tons of sugar. I was drinking coffee all day long, and I didn't really know much about nutrition. I was eating whatever I wanted, and I was overweight. And when I got that diagnosis, I thought I was screwed. I figured I was going to need a back operation, and I just assumed that I was going to be in pain forever. The doctor told me that my only option was fusion surgery, or I could try physical therapy. And if physical therapy didn't work, then I would end up having to get the surgery. So we decided to go ahead and try physical therapy first. I went to physical therapy and did everything they asked me to do. And after 10 weeks of physical therapy, I was 90% better. I was so excited, I thought this is amazing. Physical therapy worked and I won't have to get surgery. That lasted about 3 months, and then the pain came back. So I went back to the doctor and I said, "Listen, I think the physical therapy worked, but now the pain is coming back. Is it okay if I go back to physical therapy and do it again?" And he said, "No, unfortunately, you either have to get surgery or you have to live with the pain." He literally told me that I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I either had to have surgery or I was going to be in pain forever. Well, I wasn't ready to have surgery. I wasn't ready to accept the fact that I was just going to be in pain forever. So I continued to search for answers, and that's when I started researching online. I started looking for other options. And that's when I found out about something called the McKinsey method. And basically the McKinsey method is a certain way of moving and a certain way of exercising that helps to unload the discs in your spine. And that made perfect sense to me, because I knew that one of the problems with spondylolisthesis is that the discs in your spine are constantly being compressed. So I thought, well, if I can find a way to unload the discs in my spine, maybe that will help. Now, at first I was very skeptical, because I tried so many different things. I tried medications, I tried physical therapy, I tried chiropractic care, I tried acupuncture, I tried massage therapy, I tried TENS therapy, I tried everything you can possibly imagine, and nothing helped. So I was very, very skeptical. But I had to try it because I didn't want to have surgery, and I didn't want to live in pain forever. So I started doing the McKinsey method, and believe it or not, within 2 days, I noticed a huge difference. Within 2 days of doing the McKinsey method, the nerve pain down my leg went away, and my back pain went from a 9 out of 10 to a 3 out of 10. And I thought, no way, this actually works. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Now, I continued to stick with the McKinsey method, and within 6 months, my back pain went from a 9 out of 10 to a 1 out of 10. And today, 7 years later, I have zero back pain. I don't even think about it. I have never felt better. And the best part is that I learned that I am capable of healing myself. So here's what I learned through this entire process. Conventional medicine is great at treating acute injuries, but it falls short when it comes to treating chronic conditions. When I went to the doctor, I had a very specific injury. I had a specific pain, I had a specific problem, and they were able to treat it, and that's what they're good at. But when it comes to chronic conditions that span a long period of time, they don't have the answers. They really don't. The second thing that I learned is that I am capable of healing myself. You have to understand that you are the ultimate healer. You are the one who is responsible for your own health. And I know it's easy to point the finger at someone else and say, well, it's their fault. I'm in pain, or I have this chronic condition. But the truth is that you are the one who is responsible for your own body. You are the one who has to make the changes. You are the one who has to take the action. You are the one who has to put in the work. The third lesson that I learned is that there is always hope. No matter what situation you're in right now, no matter how hopeless it seems, never, ever, ever give up. Never stop believing that you can get better. There is always hope. You just have to continue to look for it. If you want to learn more about the McKinsey method, check out some of my other videos where I talk more about it. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and God bless.